Before you speak, pause. This might seem simple, but it's one of the most important habits of any effective communicator. Too often, we speak impulsively, rushing into conversation without considering why we are speaking or what we hope to achieve. Speaking without purpose often leads to confusion, misunderstandings, or at worst, a lack of respect. But when you take that brief pause before responding, you give yourself the opportunity to think critically about your message, ensuring that every word you speak serves a clear purpose. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most respected Stoic philosophers, mastered the art of speaking with intention. His philosophy wasn't just about acting with purpose in the big moments of life. It was also about how he communicated with others. Aurelius often reflected on his conversations, striving to speak only when necessary and to do so with clarity and value. His words weren't just random, they were thought out, direct, and impactful. His ability to pause, reflect, and then speak with intention made his words carry weight, both during his reign and long after. When you speak with purpose, your words are not wasted. They are deliberate, aiming to either solve a problem, inspire action, or share valuable insight. Without purpose, speaking can become a form of noise, something people tune out or ignore. But when you understand the why behind your words, you connect with your audience in a much more meaningful way. Every word becomes a tool for achieving something greater, whether it's to convey information, inspire, persuade, or offer guidance. By pausing before speaking, you're also making room for empathy and understanding. Instead of reacting impulsively or defensively, you take a moment to consider the situation, the person you're addressing, and how your words might affect them. This moment of reflection allows you to think about the times you've heard someone speak and their words didn't resonate because they came off as rushed or unfocused. Perhaps they were speaking without fully considering the context, and as a result, their message felt disconnected or shallow. On the other hand, when someone pauses, gathers their thoughts, and then speaks deliberately, their words feel more powerful. People naturally respect and listen to those who take the time to reflect before speaking. It shows thoughtfulness, wisdom, and a clear sense of direction. So, the next time you find yourself about to respond in a conversation, take a moment. Ask yourself, what am I trying to communicate? Why am I speaking? What is the desired outcome of this conversation? Are my words aligned with my values and goals? This brief pause could be the difference between simply speaking and truly communicating with purpose. By making this a habit, you'll gradually shift from reactive speaking to purposeful, intentional communication, just like Marcus Aurelius did during his time. Remember, silence is sometimes more powerful than words. When you pause, you create space for deeper thought, better connections, and more meaningful interactions. When speaking to others, it's crucial to focus on staying calm and composed, regardless of the circumstances. The world around us is filled with chaos, challenges, and unexpected situations that can easily trigger strong emotions. But as a leader, and especially in the practice of Stoicism, maintaining your composure is vital. It's not just about what you say, but how you respond in moments of stress, frustration, or confrontation. The Stoic approach, particularly advocated by Marcus Aurelius, teaches us that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. This principle of emotional resilience is fundamental to leadership. Leaders are often tested in high-pressure situations, and how they respond speaks volumes about their character and their ability to lead effectively. By staying calm, you signal to others that you are in control, that you are thinking clearly, and that you are able to make rational decisions, even when emotions run high. Consider how many situations in your life could be improved simply by staying calm in the face of adversity. In moments of anger, frustration, or stress, our tendency is to react quickly, often without fully thinking through the consequences. This can lead to rash decisions, hurtful words, or missed opportunities. But when you take a step back, breathe, and reflect before responding, you allow yourself to make more thoughtful and measured decisions. A crucial aspect of controlling your emotions is recognizing that emotions are not inherently good or bad. They are simply reactions to external events. It's the judgment we attach to those emotions that determines how they affect us. For example, if you get angry when something goes wrong, that anger is a natural response. However, it's how you choose to act on that anger that matters. Do you lash out and let your emotions control your behavior? Or do you pause, reframe the situation, and choose a more constructive response? Marcus Aurelius often wrote in his meditations about the importance of mastering one's emotions. He would remind himself that people may say or do things that trigger anger or frustration, but he always found a way to redirect those emotions toward something productive. Instead of getting upset, he would focus on the task at hand or shift his attention to something more positive. By doing this, he not only maintained his personal peace, but also ensured that his leadership was grounded in rationality rather than reaction. If you can identify when you're becoming upset or frustrated, you can take the necessary steps to regain control. One simple technique is to pause and take a few deep breaths. In moments of emotional intensity, even a brief pause can give you the space you need to regain composure. It's also helpful to remind yourself of the Stoic principle that nothing external can truly harm you unless you allow it. The challenges you face are part of life, but your reaction to them is entirely within your control. As you begin to practice staying calm and composed in difficult situations, you'll notice that others will respond to you with more respect. People admire those who can remain level-headed in stressful situations because it shows emotional intelligence and leadership. Your ability to stay calm in the face of chaos will not only make you a more effective leader, but it will also inspire others to do the same. They will look to you as a model of emotional resilience, and they will trust you to handle difficult situations with wisdom and clarity. By consistently applying this principle of emotional control, you will begin to lead more effectively, communicate more clearly, and make better decisions. It's not about suppressing your emotions, but rather about choosing not to let them control you. The power of staying calm, composed, and rational in any situation is a game changer, and it's a skill that will serve you well in every area of your life. To communicate effectively, it's crucial to embrace the power of listening. In today's fast-paced world, we often focus so much on what we want to say that we forget how much we can learn from listening. Listening is not just about hearing words. It's about understanding the deeper meaning behind them, reading the emotions conveyed, and giving the other person the space to express themselves fully. In the realm of leadership, active listening is one of the most powerful tools you can have, as it builds trust and respect, enabling you to respond with thoughtfulness and precision. Marcus Aurelius, known for his Stoic wisdom, emphasized the importance of listening in his meditations. He understood that in order to lead effectively and make wise decisions, one must first listen and understand the perspectives of others. The ability to listen with empathy and without judgment allows you to gain insight into the challenges and needs of those around you. It is through this understanding that you can communicate in a way that resonates with others, showing them that you value their thoughts and opinions. When you listen actively, you also open yourself up to new ideas and different viewpoints. This ability to take in information from others helps to create a more balanced and informed perspective. Too often, we let our own biases or preconceptions cloud our ability to hear the full message. Instead of truly listening, we begin to think about our response while the other person is still talking. This reactive approach leads to misunderstandings and missed opportunities for connection. True listening requires patience and the ability to quiet your inner voice so that you can fully focus on what the other person is saying. One powerful way to practice active listening is through eye contact and body language. When you engage with someone, make sure to maintain eye contact, nod occasionally, and lean slightly forward to show that you're paying attention. This nonverbal communication reinforces the message that you are present and invested in the conversation. People can sense when you are distracted or only partially listening, which often results in a breakdown of trust and respect. But when you give your full attention, people feel heard and validated. Moreover, listening goes hand in hand with asking thoughtful questions. By asking clarifying questions, you show that you are not only hearing the words, but also engaging with the content of the conversation. This invites deeper dialogue and helps to strengthen the relationship. Questions also give you a better understanding of the other person's position, enabling you to respond in a way that is both thoughtful and relevant. The act of listening is also about being open to criticism and feedback. As a leader, being receptive to input from others shows that you are humble and willing to grow. Instead of reacting defensively, you can take time to consider the feedback, which may offer valuable insights into how you can improve. This openness fosters an environment of trust, where others feel safe to share their thoughts without fear of judgment. When you listen, you also avoid the trap of misunderstandings. How many times have we made assumptions about someone's words or actions, only to realize later that we completely misinterpreted them? By giving someone the space to fully explain themselves, you can avoid these pitfalls. Active listening ensures that your responses are based on an accurate understanding of the situation, which leads to more effective communication and fewer conflicts. In the practice of Stoicism, listening is an exercise in self-control. It requires the ability to quiet your mind and focus fully on the other person instead of letting your own emotions or thoughts distract you. Marcus Aurelius often spoke about the importance of controlling one's impulses, and listening is an important way to practice that. By actively listening, you train your mind to be present, disciplined, and open to learning. You remind yourself that there is always value in hearing others out, no matter their rank or status. If you want to become a leader who commands respect, listening is the key. It not only builds trust but also empowers you to make better. Listening with attention and empathy shows that you are not just focused on yourself, but are invested in those around you. It demonstrates that you care, that you value others, and that you are willing to take the time to understand before speaking. Ultimately, communication isn't just about talking, it's about creating an exchange, a connection. When you listen actively, You create space for that exchange to happen in a meaningful way. By practicing the art of listening, you become more than just a speaker. You become someone who is trusted, respected, and capable of building strong, lasting relationships. As a leader, the ability to remain calm and composed in the face of challenges is essential. It is all too easy to become overwhelmed by adversity, but Stoicism teaches us that hardship is not something to be feared or avoided. It is an opportunity to grow. Embracing adversity as a catalyst for personal development is a powerful mindset that can transform how you respond to obstacles. The ability to view challenges as opportunities for growth is not just a philosophical ideal, but a practical way to live and lead. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, faced immense adversity throughout his life. He dealt with constant warfare, political strife, and personal loss. Yet, through it all, he remained steadfast in his commitment to Stoic principles, using every challenge as a way to build his character and strengthen his leadership abilities. Marcus believed that we cannot control the difficulties that life throws our way, but we can control how we respond to them. This Stoic approach is one that can have a profound impact on your own leadership journey. When faced with a setback or an unexpected obstacle, the natural reaction is often to feel discouraged, frustrated, or even defeated. However, it is in these moments that the Stoic leader finds their strength. Rather than seeing a problem as something negative, a Stoic sees it as an opportunity to demonstrate resilience, resourcefulness, and adaptability. This shift in perspective allows you to approach challenges with a calm and clear mind, rather than being swept away by emotional reactions. One of the most powerful Stoic techniques for embracing adversity is to practice the idea of amor fati, which translates to love of fate. This principle encourages you to not only accept the difficulties that come your way, but to embrace them as part of the process of becoming a better version of yourself. Instead of resisting the pain or frustration that challenges may bring, you learn to welcome it, knowing that it will help shape your character and your growth as a leader. Consider the example of Marcus Aurelius during his reign as emperor. He faced numerous battles, both on the front lines and within his own government. But rather than succumbing to stress or panic, he would reflect on the nature of adversity and remind himself that each challenge was an opportunity to practice virtue. Whether it was the death of a loved one, the threat of invasion, or the betrayal of a colleague, Marcus would take a moment to pause, reflect, and assess how he could respond with wisdom and composure. In doing so, he modeled a profound form of leadership, one that inspires others to do the same. In your own life, embracing adversity as an opportunity for growth begins with your mindset. When you encounter a problem, ask yourself, how can this help me grow? Instead of focusing on the difficulties of the situation, focus on the lessons you can learn from it. Perhaps the challenge will teach you patience, resilience, or humility. Maybe it will reveal areas where you need to improve or help you develop new skills. No matter what the challenge is, there is always something valuable. Many people shy away from challenges because they fear failure or hardship. But Stoicism teaches that failure is not the end. It is merely part of the process. Every failure is a step closer to success because it provides valuable insights into what works and what doesn't. Leaders who embrace adversity are not afraid to fail because they know that failure is not a reflection of their worth. It is simply an opportunity to improve and grow. Another essential part of embracing adversity is resilience. Life is unpredictable, and setbacks are inevitable. However, a Stoic leader understands that resilience is not about avoiding adversity, but about bouncing back stronger from it. It's about staying grounded in your values and principles, even when the external circumstances seem chaotic. Resilience is what allows you to keep moving forward, even in the face of difficulty, and to maintain your sense of purpose. To build resilience, it's important to develop mental toughness. This can be achieved through practices such as self-reflection, meditation, and journaling. Taking time each day to assess your thoughts and reactions can help you develop greater awareness and emotional control. By reflecting on past challenges and how you overcame them, you remind yourself of your own inner strength and ability to persevere. It is also helpful to view challenges as part of the larger narrative of your life. When you look at your life as a whole, the difficulties you face are often not as overwhelming as they seem in the moment. When viewed from the perspective of time, the setbacks and struggles often turn into valuable experiences that shape you into a wiser, stronger individual. This broader perspective allows you to see adversity not as an obstacle, but as a stepping stone on your journey of growth and transformation. The key takeaway here is that adversity is not something to avoid or fear. It is an essential part of life and an invaluable teacher. As a leader, you must learn to embrace challenges with grace and resilience, knowing that each difficulty you encounter is an opportunity to practice Stoic virtues such as courage, patience, and wisdom. By adopting this mindset, you will not only become a more effective leader, but also a more resilient and capable individual. Life's challenges are inevitable, but how you choose to respond to them is entirely up to you. When you choose to see adversity as an opportunity for growth, you empower yourself to lead with strength and wisdom, no matter what obstacles you face. To lead effectively, it is essential to master the art of emotional control. Emotions can be powerful forces, shaping our decisions, actions, and interactions with others. As a leader, the ability to manage your emotions, not letting them control you, can set you apart from others and elevate your leadership skills. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, understood this concept deeply, and his teachings on emotional mastery provide timeless wisdom for anyone who aspires to lead with integrity and strength. The first step in mastering your emotions as a leader is recognizing that emotions are natural. It is not about suppressing or denying your feelings, but rather understanding that you have the power to choose how to respond to them. Emotions, like anger, fear, frustration, or excitement, are part of the human experience. However, it is crucial to remember that you are not defined by these emotions, nor are you required to act impulsively based on them. The key is to create space between feeling and action, so you can respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the distinction between things we can control and things we cannot. While we may not have control over external events or the emotions they evoke, we do have control over how. For example, if someone criticizes us, the emotion we feel might be anger or defensiveness. However, by shifting our perspective, by remembering that other people's opinions are beyond our control and not a reflection of our worth, we can diffuse that emotional reaction and respond with calmness and clarity. Marcus Aurelius frequently wrote about the importance of being in control of one's mind and emotions. In his meditations, he often reminded himself to pause and reflect before reacting to external events. This practice is essential for any leader. It's not about never feeling anger or frustration. Instead, It's about recognizing these emotions as they arise, understanding their source, and choosing to respond with a measured, thoughtful approach. In moments of intense emotion, Marcus would often remind himself of the impermanence of all things, helping him maintain perspective and avoid being swept away by his feelings. A practical technique for mastering your emotions is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness allows you to become more aware of your emotional triggers and patterns. By paying close attention to how you feel and what triggers your emotional reactions, you can create the space needed to decide how to respond. This awareness is the first step in emotional mastery. When you are able to pause and observe your emotions without judgment, you can make better decisions rather than allowing emotional impulses to dictate your actions. Another important aspect of emotional control is understanding the power of perspective. In Stoic philosophy, there is a concept known as the view from above. This technique involves mentally stepping back from a situation and viewing it from a higher vantage point, as if you were looking at it from a distance. By doing this, you can gain clarity and detach from the immediate emotional responses that may arise. For example, if you're dealing with a difficult colleague or a stressful work situation, take a moment to zoom out and consider the broader context. How important will this situation be a year from now? What larger lessons can you learn from this challenge? This perspective helps you avoid getting lost in emotional turmoil and enables you to approach the situation with a clearer, more balanced mindset. It's also important to develop the ability to delay gratification and not let immediate emotions dictate your actions. Often, we may feel the urge to act impulsively, whether it's responding angrily to a criticism, reacting out of frustration, or indulging in a moment of excessive excitement. However, a Stoic leader understands the value of patience and self-restraint. Before reacting, take a breath, count to 10, or step away from the situation for a moment. This pause is not about suppressing your emotions, but rather giving yourself the time to consider the best course of action. By delaying your response, you allow your rational mind to take over, rather than being controlled by the heat of the moment. Another vital aspect of emotional mastery is practicing self-compassion. As a leader, it is easy to be hard on yourself when you make mistakes or face setbacks. However, the Stoic philosophy encourages you to treat yourself with kindness and understanding, just as you would treat a friend. When you make an error or experience failure, instead of reacting with self-criticism, acknowledge the mistake and use it as an opportunity to learn and grow. By being compassionate toward yourself, you model emotional resilience and self-control for others, demonstrating that mistakes are not to be feared but embraced as part of the growth process. Self-reflection is also a key tool in mastering your emotions. At the end of each day, take time to reflect on your actions, decisions, and emotional reactions. Consider the moments when you were emotionally triggered. Did you react impulsively, or did you pause and choose your response? What did you learn from those experiences, and how can you improve tomorrow? This practice of reflection helps you become more aware of your emotional patterns and develop greater control over time. It also helps you build the mental and emotional resilience needed to face difficult situations with equanimity. Lastly, remember that emotional mastery is a lifelong practice. It's not about achieving perfection, but about continually improving your ability to respond with wisdom, patience, and self-awareness. By embracing Stoic teachings on emotional control, you will not only become a more effective leader, but you will also cultivate a sense of inner peace and clarity that will serve you in all aspects of life. Through the teachings of Stoicism and the example of Marcus Aurelius, we learn that emotional control is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. It is the ability to remain calm and composed in the face of challenges and to respond with rational thought rather than being swept away by the current of emotions. By mastering your emotions, you gain the power to lead with integrity, wisdom, and compassion, inspiring others to do the same. It's essential for any leader to understand the importance of clear thinking and avoiding distractions. Clear thinking allows you to make decisions that align with your values and goals, helping you guide others with purpose and conviction. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to become overwhelmed by distractions, whether it's external pressures, endless to-do lists, or the constant barrage of information. However, the Stoic leader focuses on what truly matters, cutting out the noise and staying grounded in their purpose. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the value of focusing on the present moment. By fully engaging with the task at hand and giving your attention to what's most important, you avoid getting bogged down by irrelevant distractions. The distractions we face often arise when we lose sight of our larger goals or become consumed by emotions like stress or anxiety. Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded themselves to stay grounded in the present and to direct their attention toward what they can control. This kind of focus is critical for making decisions and leading effectively. It's about rejecting the temptation to be distracted by things that don't serve your long-term vision. One practice that can help you achieve clear thinking is setting aside time for regular contemplation. Marcus Aurelius famously practiced reflection every day, writing in his journal about his thoughts, actions, and what he learned. This daily habit of introspection allowed him to stay focused on his values and correct course when necessary. As a leader, taking the time to reflect helps you evaluate your decisions, think critically about your goals, and make adjustments where needed. Reflection provides clarity, allowing you to stay focused on your priorities and not be swayed by external circumstances. Another essential aspect of clear thinking is simplifying your life. We often complicate things unnecessarily by overthinking or trying to do too much at once. Stoicism encourages a minimalist mindset, where you focus on the essentials and avoid the clutter. By simplifying your thoughts and actions, you create space for clarity and efficiency. When you eliminate unnecessary distractions, you free up mental and emotional energy to focus on the things that matter most. Whether it's reducing your commitments, organizing your environment, or limiting the number of decisions you make in a day, simplifying your life creates the mental clarity needed to lead with purpose. When you are emotionally overwhelmed, clear thinking becomes even more challenging. However, by practicing emotional mastery, you can create the space needed to think clearly in stressful situations. By acknowledging and accepting your emotions without letting them dictate your actions, you can respond more rationally and thoughtfully. Emotions often cloud our judgment, causing us to make impulsive decisions that may not be in alignment with our values. Learning to manage emotions effectively through mindfulness, reflection, and self-compassion gives you the mental clarity required to lead with a steady hand and make sound decisions. Another crucial element of clear thinking is understanding the importance of choosing your words carefully. Communication is an essential aspect of leadership, and how you speak to others can significantly impact their perception of you. Stoic leaders understand the power of words. They know that the right words can inspire, motivate, and guide others, while careless or harsh words can cause harm and create conflict. Before speaking, take a moment to consider your words and how they may affect others. Thoughtful communication helps you lead with integrity and ensures that your message is clear and respectful. Whether you're giving feedback, offering advice, or addressing a group, mindful communication is an essential tool for any leader. Alongside clear thinking, the Stoic principle of maintaining composure under pressure is vital for leadership. There will always be moments when external pressures threaten to derail your focus or increase your stress levels. In these moments, your ability to stay calm and composed will set you apart as a strong leader. Stoic thinkers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius often spoke about the importance of keeping your mind steady in times of turmoil. They understood that while you cannot always control external events, you have the power to control your internal state. By cultivating inner calm and resilience, you can face challenges with poise and handle stressful situations with grace. When you are driven by a clear sense of mission, it becomes easier to stay focused, even when things get tough. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of aligning your actions with your core values. A leader who is in touch with their purpose can lead with authenticity and integrity. They are not swayed by external opinions or distractions, but rather stay true to their vision and lead by example. By leading with purpose, you inspire others to do the same, creating a shared sense of direction and unity within your team or organization. The final principle of Stoic leadership is the ability to accept the things you cannot control and focus your energy on the things you can. Many aspects of leadership are beyond your control, whether it's the actions of others, external events, or the outcome of certain situations. However, you always have control over how you respond. Instead of wasting energy on things that are out of your hands, focus on what you can influence. This mindset empowers you to act with purpose, remain calm under pressure, and continue leading effectively, regardless of external circumstances. By embracing this Stoic principle, you cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience that enables you to lead with confidence. As a leader, maintaining composure under pressure isn't just about staying calm for your own sake. It's about being a steady presence for those you lead. People often look to their leaders for guidance and reassurance during difficult times. If you remain composed, others will feel more confident in your ability to guide them through challenges. Being calm under pressure also enables you to think more clearly, make better decisions, and maintain your focus on long-term goals. When you can manage stress and stay grounded, you create an environment where those around you can thrive. Part of maintaining composure is developing the ability to step back and assess situations objectively. When emotions run high or tensions rise, it's easy to become reactive, making decisions based on fear, frustration, or urgency. However, Stoicism teaches us to detach from these emotional impulses and take a step back to view the situation from a broader perspective. By doing so, you can avoid hasty decisions and respond with wisdom. This ability to maintain composure, think clearly, and respond thoughtfully is an essential skill for any leader. Another Stoic principle that supports leadership is the understanding that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities for growth. As a leader, you will inevitably face challenges and obstacles. Instead of viewing these setbacks as defeats, view them as valuable learning experiences. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that difficulties were part of life's natural order and that it was through adversity that we grow stronger. Embracing challenges with this mindset allows you to persevere and keep moving forward, even when the path is uncertain or difficult. This resilience inspires those around you and encourages them to adopt a similar attitude toward challenges. Leading with strength and conviction also requires a deep sense of purpose.